Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the third week of August 2020 in my Vertical Life Planner using this Charlotte's Paper Company kit called Underwater Creature, or I think it's Underwater Magic actually. This is the third in my underwater series for the month of August, and I'm really excited to take a look and just plan for this next week. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of this week. This is a new kit in the shop. It has some wonderful, delicate details. I personally love the turtle. And it's all under the sea creature themed with the lovely pastel backdrop. So we've got these light blues, the purples, the greens. This is the second page. We have our standard sidebar, panels, trackers, bills due, flags, icons, weekend banners, and glitter flags. And then this is the date covers and the 2 strips of washi. I've gone ahead and put those date dots in from another kit, and they match perfectly. These are really beautiful. They are not natural foil, but they look very vibrant and sort of bounce off the page. And what I like about this is if you were planning to add some sort of foil overlay, you could do it in either silver or gold because of both elements. I'm actually considering bringing in this bottom washi string light overlay from Rose Color Days and just putting it over these two to make it look a little bit more cohesive. This is the last page in the kit. You have 3 sets of glitter headers, some to-do headers, some sidebar headers here, a weekly tracker, lots of time to-do flags, and then some meal, TV, and exercise / package trackers. So this is the 4-page kit. I will link it down below with my affiliate link, and you can use the code Bridget20 to get 20% off as well. So because I'm planning for the month of August, I've made a couple of updates, and again, not really having used this, we'll just see what happens. This was my last week's Plan With Me, and I will link that above in the cards so you can see if you haven't gotten a chance to look at this yet. This is the most, I think, deluxe, glamorous kit that I have done thus far ever, and I just love how this weekly spread came out. I had to move a couple of things around this week, but I ultimately feel like I was excited to reach for my planner and to look ahead to things that were coming up. So yeah, and the week before was also, this is the previous underwater themed week. So we're going back to, after this very bold dynamic week, we're going to go back to something a little bit more delicate. So I've done a little bit of pre-planning using some of my sticky washies here, and instead of doing music and speeding things up, I'm just going to speed things up and come back in a voiceover just to make this whole week a little bit shorter, and thanks for staying with me. Okay, so this week I decided to lay down the bottom washi first, and I ultimately decided not to do any foil overlays because honestly I didn't need it. I thought the bottom looked very pretty on its own, and it really didn't need any extra special things. What you also can't see here is that I tried to push it a little bit towards the middle because these kits are just like a millimeter too short with the new formatting. I also went ahead and put these glitter headers on first to try and orient myself and get everything straight, because I noticed in the last couple of weeks putting those date covers on took a little bit more effort, and this way I had at least a layout which made it a little simpler, and I like the way that looked. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this upcoming week. This is my finals week, so I have one final on Tuesday, and I have a presentation that's due on Monday, and I also have to give a presentation Monday night. So lots of schoolwork, end of day stuff, and then by Wednesday, I'm done for the rest of the summer until September 7th when my classes resume for fall semester. and everything is remote, obviously, but I tried also something new this week. I put my tracker at the top of the page, and the reason I did this was because I realized that I always put the same things in the same place every week, and as a result, I was getting a bulge in that one corner of the pages, forgetting that my cleaning tracker is exactly the same size as those other full box images, so it didn't really matter that I was putting them there because it ended up being exactly the same amount of weight on the paper. So that didn't really work out. If I had put it in the middle or something, that would have made more sense, but I was a little tired when I was thinking about this. So I'm just putting in my work, my spending, and my workout, haha. And then I put that bottom sort of wallpaper looking one down below, and I ended up having to trim it about a centimeter because it was just too long, but it didn't really matter. And again, my week is going to look a little bit sparse. So this is the page. Monday and Tuesday is when I lay everything down. I did manage to use all the headers again this week. Just putting in those to-do stamps with my priority to-do tasks. And just making a little bit more room for myself so that I didn't have to play by the rules and have the lines go exactly where they needed to be. So Monday is always a busy day. It's my laundry day, it's trash day, I have a class. This week I also happen to have an assignment that's due on Monday. And I'm waiting to hear back from a site about a potential placement, which is really exciting for teletherapy this fall. So hopefully, fingers crossed. But in the meantime, I just have to keep moving forward and prepare for the upcoming semester. Someone asked me to do a special video where I talk about how I plan for the upcoming semester ahead. So definitely look out for that, and that's going to be a little different than the videos I usually post. So I'm just marking in with a Once More with Love sticker that this is my presentation for my Practicum 3 last session class. And then I'm just marking in my major work things for the week. So my presentation, a lesson plan that's due, and then my dysphagia final, which I have to take by before Tuesday evening. And then my cleaning tracker for the week. And I'm going to take my cleaning tracker a little bit more seriously this week because I will now have the time to devote to it. So it'll be deep cleans of the bathroom, the kitchen, etc. I wanted to mark just making sure to study for my final as a priority. So I put another Once More with Love reading sticker there. And just tracking medicine. So Tuesday morning is Tuesday. The bulk of Tuesday is just going to be me studying for this final. And then hopefully I'll be able to celebrate with a Zoom night with my friend where we watch a fun TV show together. But yeah, that's a study hard Once More with Love emoji sticker. And realizing I forgot to put in my dinner tracker and all of that. So I wanted to try leaving that little space in between the bottom washi and the bottom box just to give it a little bit more breathing room, which I did right up until the very last day of this week. So, but yeah, just trying to figure out what to put where, because I do have my last class on that Tuesday at 4:30. It's my last class for the semester. And then I'm planning to have like a 30-minute dinner and then take my final. Although I might actually just take the final first and eat dinner afterwards. All of our finals are done through ProctorTrack, which is a program that tracks your eyes as you're taking the exam on the computer. Your screen is recorded, and all of your other applications are disabled. So if you do take your eyes off the screen, if there's erroneous noise in the background, if you check your phone, anything like that, the recording will flag you and alert your professor, who then will have to watch those portions or the entire test. I highly doubt that our professor was watching us the entire time, but I think every time you look down, you get flagged and you could get points off or potentially get an automatic fail on the test. So it's a very rigorous, and some would say more difficult than taking the test in person with someone watching, because there are technical difficulties, and when those happen, you have to call someone and you have to document that they happened, and it's a very anxiety inducing situation. So I just went ahead to mark that on Wednesday morning I'm like going to take it easy, continuing with my calling my friends, but just making sure that I have enough time to relax. And then just marking in that I still have to send those wedding thank you notes. They are very, very, very much late at this point, but there's only so much time for everything, and so I just wanted to make sure that I prioritize those on Wednesday. I'm putting in another wallpaper sticker, and again, I had to cut it down because it was just too big. I had sort of forgotten to put it in at first. And that's kind of the nice thing about these images that are images. I ended up using that little sliver that was left over as sort of like a washi tape because I wanted to use the header. So I just cut it down to let it match, and then it worked perfectly in that space. This art really reminds me of summers I spent in Florida with my family, especially I'll give a shout out to the Island Inn on Sanibel Beach. They have a beautiful beach where you can collect seashells, and there's something very familiar about this artwork. So I really loved the way that came out. So moving on to the second half of the week, I've got a family event on Saturday, and as a result, my family and I are trying to be really careful about when we go out and keeping each other safe. So just making sure that we're being as safe as possible, especially since we're going to see family in an outdoor setting with masks, obviously, but something that we've all been looking forward to for a while. So, and I love that betta fish sticker. But yeah, so I'd be curious to hear, in the comments, if you like to plan, if you plan out your week in advance, if you plan out every day, because I know everyone does things a little bit differently. Do you use the headers? Do you skip the headers? Yeah, I realized I probably should have used one of the wallpaper kits for that day and just extended it down, because while we're spending time with my family, I'm not going to be doing anything else, so that's really going to take up the bulk of the day. Just marking in Sunday breakfast with a little bunny eating pancakes. And then just marking in a few recurring happy hours. This Friday it's going to be a little different, because instead of my normal Zoom happy hour, I really want to do a celebratory cohort happy hour to celebrate everyone being done with finals, and getting through this crazy, crazy semester. It's been a real struggle this semester to stay focused, stay on track, having to make last-minute decisions, having to make commitments to things that we had really uncertain futures for. These are all very stressful things to do. And so I'm a little proud of myself that I was able to stick to my schedules and stick to timelines that kept me going. And just marking in that I'm doing a deep clean of the apartment on Thursday. And that I'm going to be editing my video, filming my video on Sunday, and then posting it Monday morning. I think I'm going to try and keep a more consistent schedule from now on, just so that people know when to expect it. And yeah, at one point I sort of get up and move around, so I'm just waiting for that to happen. I'm not sure it's happened yet. But just spending a little bit of time cross-stitching and relaxing. So another thing I have to focus on over the next couple of weeks is studying for the praxis exam. I actually have someone who's in a cohort ahead of me who has already taken it, and she passed. So that's encouraging. But standardized tests are not my favorite thing to do, and they're also, because I've never taken one in this context, I just want to take a practice one to see how I do, how I feel about it, and then I'll know kind of what areas I need to focus on to study. But yeah, I think I wanted to try and take that exam on Friday and then kind of review the results on the following week. So that at least, because a lot of times when I start studying for finals, the finals end, my schoolwork ends, and suddenly I'm in this frenzied energy state of like, okay, I need to keep focusing, I need to do other things. And yeah, so that was the take praxis exam that I just put down. And having a goal of mailing my cards on Friday means that I have to finish them before Friday. So hopefully that is something I can accomplish. So I think at this point I got up to get my sticker book because I was missing quite a few stickers to continue planning out this spread, which is why you'll see this lull. But yeah, I'm going to try and do espresso with my mother-in-law. I've put this in consistently for the last month, and it gets canceled every week because it rains or because something comes up. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this week I'll actually have time to do it, and she'll have time to do it, and we can enjoy it. So now I'm probably just going through and making sure I have everything all in order. Oh, pulled in that emoji. That's from Once More with Love. It's a wine glass. And then just making sure I have time to do all of that. So yeah, presumably I'll have a Zoom on Thursday night with someone. I don't know about you guys, but I find that scheduling Zooms throughout the week really gives me a sense of like something to look forward to, something to keep me knowing what day it is. So, all right, well, there's the final finished spread. I think it came out very, very well. It looks very cohesive. There's a lot of blank space, but that's okay. I'm going to fill it in later. And just doing a quick close-up now of all the different elements that I added. But thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Check out next week, and I'll be back with a new week. Bye!